The law of respect. There are 5 levels of leadership under the law of respect. So the first, like people respect us based on many different assets that we have. Um, the very first asset, which is the lowest asset that a leader has, is his or her position. People follow you because they have to. People follow you because you're the manager, because of your title, which is the lowest kind of leadership. Number two is permission. You can find them on our WhatsApp chat room, okay? Under Ella's team. Now, permission. People follow because they want to. They're just giving you the permission. Maybe because you're the manager or the supervisor, or you rate them, they just follow you. They're just giving you the permission. And that is second to the lowest kind, yeah, of trust or respect that people can give you. Number three is production. People follow you for what you've done in the organization. Have you heard of people say like, naku, top notch yan. Last year, yan yung aming most outstanding employee of 2023. Yan, naka-close ng deal yan sa Europe, billions. Ganyan. So, people follow you because of your production, of your accomplishments. Yan, ano yan, best-selling author yan. Ha? So, people will trust you, respect you, and follow you based on your production. Production. Ayan, ano yan? Ay, si ma'am, hindi lang yan dahil anak na may-ari. Merong magandang educational background yan. Maganda pa ugali, mabait, matalino, maunawain. Magalalim yung English ko at Tagalog ko, ha? Baka matalo ko kayo sa Tagalog, diyan kayo nakatira. Baka may mga Tagalog ako na hindi ninyo maarok. Okay? So, mag-hands up na lang kayo pag hindi nyo naintindihan. Kasi mga bata ngayon, kayo yung mga kwan ninyo, yung mga Tagalog ninyo ngayon, medyo mababaw. Ewan ko lang nga, hindi ko na masyado alam, pero baka. So, pag medyo malalim yung Tagalog ko, raise ng hands. Okay? Basta kung yung maarok, yung ma-understand ninyo, ganyan. Number 4, people will respect you because you developed people. Yon, second to the highest yon. So people follow you for what you've done for them. So pag sinabi na, the first time I came here, I didn't know about anything. But my boss made me who I am now. Mga ganyan, sarap pakinggan yan. Or, I respect this company because when I came here, I was a nobody. Now, I am dealing with, the top level executives. I'm now dealing with big time deals. I'm closing big time deals. I'm now managing 10,000 people. Wow. But 10 years ago, when I stepped into the doors of this office, I was empty. Ganyan. So this person will respect you because of what you had made out of himself or herself. Number 5 is personhood. Yun ang pinakamataas na klase ng respeto na ibibigay sa atin ng mga tao na sumusunod sa atin or nandito sa mga palad natin na kailangan, people under our care, kumbaga. So, personhood. People follow you because of who you are and because of what you represent. Magandang example, I always watch yung Makata ng Bayan, yung pure Tagalog siya, nakakatawa siya. Alam mo, minsan kung sa Philippines yun, naman taga-bundok lang yan. Kasi he does his vlog in the mountains, makikita mo. Tapos yung bahay niya parang barong-barong, no? Pero talinong bata. Yung Makata ng Bayan. Ah, parati ko siyang pinanonood. Um, Natatawa ako sa kanya because he's so witty, ganyan. Sabi ko, itong batang to, um, ang dami nanonood sa kanya, mga military officers, may mga learned people. Ito taga-bundok, no? Oh, hindi naman siya mayaman. But we respect him because of his personhood and what he represents. He represents um, he represents malalim kung saan niya kinukuha. May mga salita siya na matatawa ka na he's so witty. Using Tagalog words, he's so witty. Bisaya yung Tagalog niya. But he's so witty as a man. So he represents intelligence and wit and wisdom. Yun. So sometimes people and that is the very highest. It's like, ang tao yan, pag nagsalita yan, abangan mo, mangyayari yan. Sabihin, may mga tao kasi na gano'n. Yung sobra na yung kanilang taas ng kanilang discernment, alam na nila yung mangyayari. Alam mo yun, if you watch The Simpsons, patawa lang yung The Simpsons show, pero sa show na yon kunyari, yung sa The Simpsons show, ewan ko kung sino yung scriptwriter nila, pero nadidetect na kung anong sinasabi dyan sa show na yan, nangyayari. Nangyari, yung mga way back 10 years ago, sabi nila, in 2024, something is going to happen, so and so and so is going to die. Pabiro. Kasi ano yun humorous yung kanilang show. Nangyayari nga. May mga leaders na ganun. So people will respect you because of that attribute that you have. Yun yung sinasabing personhood. People follow you because of what you are and because of what you represent. Yun. So, isang tanong lang, anong level ng leadership mo? Positional, permission, production, people development, or personhood? Isa lang ang tatanungin natin. Or volunteer. O Jonathan, anong level ng leadership mo? Position, permission, production, people development, personhood.
Hello, ma. Hello, Angela.
Yes. Yun.
So,
Okay.
siguro yung ano, personhood.
Okay.
Yeah, because people follow me kung ano yung mga pinapakita ko sa kanila na ano, na mabubuting bagay or kung ano yung mga na itutulong ko sa kanila. Ayan, something like that.
Ah,
And then, syempre, ako kasi, especially sa office, I always go for the, yun, mission vision ng company. Even kahit sa client ko, yun yung binabandera ko sa kanila, yung mission vision. And then, so yun din yung inaano ko sa mga teammates ko, especially in the sales team, to, to be the, right person to talk to. Yun yung inaano ko sa kanila. And then, I think that is the one thing kung bakit nila ako sinusunod because I think siguro nakikita nila na meron naman ibig sabihin yung sinasabi ko.
actually, Jonathan, authoritative ka without coming off as threatening. Yun yung tingin ko the way you speak. Hindi nati-threaten yung tao pero may authority. May authority yung kwan mo, yung
Voice
voice mo.
or tone.
Oo, yun. So, yun yung kasama dyan, tama, personhood nga, what you represent. Parang may authority to. It's a gift. Mabuti, nakita yan nila Cheska sa'yo.
Pinagtsatsagaan nila ako, ma'am. Actually, I'm very thankful kila Ma'am Cheska at saka kila especially dun sa father ni Ma'am Cheska, Sir Apol. Kasi I'm not an engineer. Pero they trust me, no? So, yun. Actually, namamanga rin ako kay Ma'am Chess Kevin to, ah, engineer siya and then owner siya I mean, daughter siya nung owner. Pero,
Mm.
minsan nanghingi rin siya ng opinion sa amin, no? So, yun something nakaka-flatter, no? So,
Oh, yun.
mm,
Cheska, di mo, kita mo, it's a feedback. Nasa personhood ka din. Nasa personhood ka, meron kang people development, of course, meron ka ring production kasi ina-acknowledge na engineer ka. Tapos, you have developed, your company has developed, Jonathan. Kaya sabi niya may utang na loob. O, di ba? Okay. So, personhood din because of the kind of person you represent, you are. Ganon. So, ang ganda no, na-affirm, sarap-sarap yun. Sarap sa pakiramdam ng ganon. Sana nga, kung retreat to, ay nako, lalabas kayo, mataba yung puso ninyo. Kasi there are things that people don't see na magaganda na nangyayari. Hindi na pa-process. So, when you go out, alam nyo na yung weaknesses ninyo, but at the same time, mataba yung puso ninyo. And you will have a lot of faith. Yun ang maganda. Okay. Now, isa pa sa mga kailangan, for us to be able to exert to be able to have our influence and give respect, in order for us to gain respect, number one, nandito pa rin to sa WhatsApp natin. A leader must be a good reader, not only of books, but of people. We must be very good readers of people. So, what people and many others. So, what are these things that we need to read? Number one, situations. Leaders can size up quickly. They can size up situations quickly. Leaders are just like soldiers. Alam nila kung, nandyan na yung kalaban or something. So they know how to arrest all the problems that are coming up. Good leaders can read situations in such a way that they avoid problems. They prevent, or they arrest even before challenging situations occur. Ito yung traits na, these are some traits that leaders should develop. Reading situations. Number two, reading trends. Okay, what's happening in the present, past, and future? Trends to. Madami yan, ipoproject. Ipoproject ninyo. That's why you have a think tank group. Meron ba kayong think tank group? Yung think tank group, ano yun, yung parang silang thinkers ng company, tapos magmi-meeting yan. Ano ba yung project natin? So, dapat may research, R&D ba yun? Okay. Usually yung mga R&D, yun yung mga think tank. Sila yung nagpo-project ng trends. So, kailangan na alam nila kung nasaan na yung position ng company in terms of yung global market or national trends. Alam nila yung mga trends na yan. Sila yung magpo-project kung anong development ang gagawin ng company 10 years from now, 200 years from now, ano yung mga vision, ganon. Ito yung mga think tank ng company. Sila yung, they're able to read the trends. Number three, resource. You must be able to read your resource, and you should not take anything for granted, but allot time and resources for the benefit of everybody. Dapat wise kayo in reading your resources. O kunyari, sabi ni Cheska, malakas yung attrition ng engineers. So, dapat masolusyonan yon. Kasi hindi lang tayo laging defeated. Malakas ang attrition. Bakit? Ang R&D or meron yan. Kasi in every situation, there's an answer and there's a solution. So, bakit sa ibang departments may nagtatagal naman ng mga 10 years, 6 years? Bakit itong department na to parating nalalagasan? Aralin. Tapos solusyonan. Baka may mga resources na kailangan, baka may mga resources na hindi nabibigay, or I don't know. Basta meron at meron yan. So dapat may think tank yung company, laging think tank. So meron kayong think tank committee? Meron ba kayong think tank committee, Cheska?
Sort of naman. Yeah.
Pardon?
We sort of have a think tank committee.
Ah, that's good. Oo. And they have to address everything. May foresight yan. Tapos, it has to be written, blueprint din. And it has to be presented to the people. Ito yung blueprint ng company 10 years from now. Tapos, bakit madaming nagre-resign na engineers? Ganon. The story of Forbes. Magandang basahin yung story ng Forbes kasi parang ganon ang nangyayari. Okay. Tapos, number 4, people. People who are ready and people with skills. You must be able to read people. People with skills and people who can run along with your company. Sinabi ko to kay Ella. Ella, the people that I can work with are those people who can soar with me. Pag ang capacity mo ay gumagapang ka lang, ay sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ako mapasensya sa mga taong ganun dahil nagsasayang ako ng oras. Kasi to me, time is very important. May pag i-train kita ngayon, kailangan matuto ka mabilis. Kasi sayang yung oras ko. Kilala ko sarili ko. So, yun ang sinasabi ko. Or ako hinihindian ko na lang pag itong taong to, wala to. Hindi ko to. Yung sa batch nila, Ella, I think 4 or 5 ang nag-umpisa or 6. Ilan ba kayo? May Indian, may Czechoslovakian, may dalawang
Yes po.
Filipino. Ewan ko sa,
We are 6 ata, ma'am.
yeah, you were 6. Ang natira sa kanila, 2. Ito, training kasi yon ng mga managers na iba-ibang bansa. Natira sa kanila, 2. So, yun. Kasi kailangan, yung mga katrabaho natin, kailangan, alam mo na kaya nilang tumakbo. Sabay, yun, I got it. They must be able to run with you. They must be able to keep up with your pace. Yun ang una doon. So, pag hindi nila kaya, if they cannot keep up with your pace, then they're not for you. Because both of you will just get frustrated. Pero mo, ito yon sa next class, yun nga, leadership goal ang tawag doon, mga strategy. Sabi, don't put the duck in an eagle's school because both will frustrate each other. So pag tinitingnan mo, nag-apply or sabi mo, duck ito eagle. They will frustrate each other. Kasi yung duck, maingay lang yun. Quack, 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 quack. We have to change the world. Quack, quack. Wala na mga gagawa. Yung eagles are silent. But they can deliver. Napo-frustrate yung ducks. And the eagles, napo-frustrate at the same time. Walang alam yung duck. Maingay lang, mayabang lang. Pero yung eagles, they can deliver. So, isa yun sa mga strategies. Don't put the ducks in an eagle school because they will frustrate each other. People's skill. Yun, people's skill. Number 5, he or she must understand his skills, his strengths, weaknesses, and his calling. What makes a stable leader is someone who knows his or her calling. Pag makakuha kayo ng tao na ganito, yung alam niya yung calling niya, tapos yung calling niya is attached to your company's mission and vision and goal, develop this person. because this person is going to be one of the pillars of your company or of your team. Yun, dapat ano bang calling mo? Anong purpose mo dito sa mundo? Ang ang purpose ng Diyos sa atin, it's not it's more than just, we're not all called to be priests, nuns, missionaries. No. Ang calling ni God sa atin nangyayari 'yon through the circumstances that we have had in life. So, kunyari, at saka yung mga attributes that He had given us. So, hindi lahat, your workplace is your mission. Yun, tinawag ka dyan, wag kang reklamo, trabaho. Because in the long run, yung amo natin, hindi naman yung may-ari. Sino ba? Saan tayo? Saan tayo mananagot? Pag natapos yung buhay natin. Kay Lord, nung nilagay kita dyan sa company na yan, anong ginawa mo? Mananagot tayo doon. So, lahat ito mangyayari pag kilala natin yung sarili natin. Kaya dapat alam natin yung ating purpose in life, yung ating calling, yung ating mga weaknesses, yung ating mga strengths. Kilala. So, at this time that we are still on process, no one can embrace us but us. Because the best way to embrace others is to embrace ourselves. So, yun yung mga side topics natin. Isa pa, okay. So, still on respect. Kasi ito yung one of the key things, for our leader is respect. Dapat, una, galang yung sarili, tapos, galang, so from self, everything emanates from self. So first, you have to respect yourself. Number 2, so, merong saan kayo skillful as a leader? Can you read situation, trends, resources, people, and yourself? Anong level? Ang pinakamataas, yourself. Ang pinakamababa, situations, tapos trends, resources, people, and himself. So, anong level? Or nakukuha niya na ito lahat? Okay, Carla. Nakukuha mo na ba ito lahat, Carla? Can you read situations, trends, resources, people, and yourself, Carla?
Hindi pa lahat talaga, ma'am.
May echo ka, Carla.
Siguro, ma'am, dito sa number 5, yung understand skill set and weaknesses. Siguro, although kilala ko naman yung sarili ko, pero kasi sa iba, hindi ko alam kung ano yung thinking nila kung regarding sa skills ko or kung ano yung strengths and weaknesses ko.
Pwede ba malaman kung how old you are? Okay. Pwede namang hindi mo sagutin. But, may know. How old are you, Carla?
How old are you? 41.
41. Okay. Ilang taon ka na sa position mo?
6 years.
6 years. Bata-bata ka pa. That's why you said hindi mo pa masyado gamay yung reading people, right? Yan yung sinasabi mo, reading people. Well, leadership can be developed in a lifetime, not in a day. So be patient. But these are the skills that you need to develop, and you have to be aware of it. You must be able to read situations and arrest challenging situations before they come up. Yun. Number 2, you must be able to read trends so that you can do necessary adjustments and preparations for the things that are coming. Number 3, resources. You must be able to allot your resources in a wise way so that everybody benefits. And number 4, you must be able to be skilled with people. You must be able to read people. Read people, not just books. And of course, you must be able to read yourself. And the most important thing that will add value to yourself is knowing your purpose in life. Yun talaga. Kasi hindi lang naman tayo pinanganak para for nothing. We are here for a purpose. Ibang seminar kasi to yung may seminar ulit kami about this, validate your dreams. Ito yung talagang writing purpose, your life purpose, yung reason ninyo, ganyan. Para pag, so that you'll be able to function. And you'll be able to persevere wherever you are. So now let's go to the law of intuition. Okay, before we go to intuition is very important. In fact, sa pag pumunta kayo dito sa New Zealand, may mga speakers ako na British kasi ito yung well, one is a Christian who hears God talaga. One is a Christian who really hears God. And in fact, itong speaker namin na nandito, but ano lang to, itong 2 hours to talaga. Kasi itong course na to talaga, maraming mga subtopics. But then this one is at least makakakuha na kayo, di ba? Online tayo. Ngayon, intuition is very important. Like what I've said, iconic leaders are not necessarily very brilliant, but they are intuitive. 90% intuitive. They hear their gut because our gut is our second brain. So they hear their gut. They hear their gut. That's why the foresight and all this. The reason, because everything is temporal here. Everything is temporal. Situations are temporal. Things are meant to change. But if a leader has a very sharp, intuitive instinct, that person can evade very challenging situations. So if you are able to evade very, very challenging situations in your workplace, then you're saving a lot of your company's time and money and effort and all the resources. So that's the difference. That's a difference that intuition makes. So now, before we go to our workbook, let me just go through some of the most important aspects of intuition. So intuitive people see things differently. And if they see things differently, they can give good directions. Like what? Like yesterday, remember we said that leaders are navigators. So leaders must be intuitive enough to see things differently from ordinary people. You can think of Chrysler, yung company na yan. Nababankrupt na. But, they hired a new CEO, and because of that new CEO, Chrysler is the same Chrysler that it used to be. Ford. Ganun din. Because of one new CEO that they hired, Ford was able to pull up. And until now, Ford is still Ford. But it also went into many crawling situations in the past. So intuitive people see things differently. Do you see things differently? All right, number 2, they see globally, and then they provide direction. Now, we live in this global village. It's what we call the global village now, right? So we don't live parochially anymore, because trends happen on a universal, on a national and international level. So people with very astute or well-developed intuitive instincts, ito yung sinasabing na-develop yung second brain. Our second brain is our gut. So if you develop that, in Tagalog we call it kutob, di ba? Kutob. But kutob is just the step one of a well-developed intuition. And there's a program for this one, which I don't know if we can do it online. Kasi maraming exercises to. And this entails a lot of, for Christians, meditative Christian prayers. Meron kami ditong nagtuturo din na Hindu meditation for Hindus. Yun nga gusto ko homogeneous audience. I don't like heterogeneous. Kasi yung homogeneous audience, you can just address them in just one style. So grouping lang. So for Christians, I have a very good resource in teaching people, leaders, on how to develop intuition. Mahirap to pag walang intuition yung leader. In most countries, makikita nyo, mga presidents na mababaw, walang mga intuition, ang daming problema ng bansa. I've read a novel, kahit yung FBI, CIA, they even hire soldiers from the ranks. Pinopromote nila yon, yung mga people with mga ganitong gift, intuition. Yung iba pa nga, they hire people na nakakapag-astral travel. Yung isa, these are based on mga biographies to ng mga FBI agents. Nakakapag-astral travel sila, and they were able to get the secrets of, yung nakakapasok sila sa office ni Putin, nakakinukuha nila yung mga records. Yung mga astral projection, mga ganyan, mga CIA, ganyan. Tayo in the Philippines, may mga ganyan, may mga hinahire daw yung ating mga NBI na, pero ewan ko kung ganun kung ganun talaga ka-sharp, but in other countries, they're able to develop that kind of department. Intuition is very important. As we read the physical, first naman we start with mga the physical happenstances, and then after scrutinizing the physical happenstances, leaders must sit down and listen to themselves, listen to their gut. I repeat, our gut feeling or our intuition will not work if we have a lot of baggage in our mind. So, dapat may peace lagi. Peace. So, we have to start our day with peace. Alam nyo naman na yun kung how can you achieve peace. Okay, now let's go to our work. Tapos na ba siya? Alright. Okay, sorry. Number 4, they see relationally. So they provide support. I think kayo, yung leadership ninyo is relational. Kasi Filipinos are relational. Yeah, may sabi pa kanina, comfortable na sila, pumupunta sila sa akin kung may problema. So it's very relational. And isa to sa mga functions ng intuitive people. They are relational. Because it's through, sometimes you're able to intuit into people's words, or minsan sasabihin niya, di ba, hindi okay ka lang ba talaga? Kasi you can see it through their eyes Oh, there's something bothering you, mga ganon. Intuition yun. Kahit hindi magsalita yung tao, alam mo, there's something wrong. That's a part of intuition. So number 5 rather, they see expectantly, and so they provide confidence. Ito yun, mga visionary leaders, most of these leaders are right brain. Intuition is actually an entity of the right brain. Kaya nakikita nyo the creative people have deeper intuition, deeper and sharper intuitive instincts than the left brain. But can you develop intuition? Yes. But the right brain people can develop intuition much easier than the left brain people. So intuition can be developed. It is nature and nurture at the same time. Now let's go to our workbook this time, the law of intuition. So how do we learn the law of intuition? Leaders evaluate everything with a leadership bias. Not everyone is intuitive in the area of leadership, but everyone possesses intuition. In fact, everyone is intuitive in their area of strength. So if you'll notice, sometimes you're not intuitive in one aspect of your life, but you're very intuitive in other areas of your life. You know, tingnan nyo, our parents, especially our mothers, minsan iniisip mo lang, naglalaway ako, gusto kong kumain ngayon ng lechon kawali. Pag uwi mo, lechon kawali ang luto ng nanay, di ba? Because our mothers have developed intuition ever since we were born. Because, yeah, they're assigned to take care of us. Mga nanay dito, have you noticed, pag iyak ng iyak yung anak nyo, kahit nasa office kayo, kinakabahan kayo. That's a part of intuition. That's a part of intuition. So yun yung giftedness. Based on your giftedness and based on your assignment, God sharpens your intuition. So kunyari, naku, I can feel something is going to come up. Pag ganyan na meron yan meron yan. I know, meron yan kung ano, meron yan, maririnig niyo yun. Parang may mangyayari bukas. You know, ganyan, di ba? You would know if it's positive kasi there's the spirit of joy. Pero pag medyo hindi maganda, sasabihin niyo parang may maririnig kayo sa sarili niyo. So yun na, parang pag ganyan ako, pag naririnig, pag meron akong kutob na ganyan, nagpipray ako talaga, arrest this, you know, ganyan. Arrest this. I arrest this in the name of Jesus and I'm not going to make it happen. Tapos, magko-quote ako ng mga positive verses from the Bible. Kasi, ang Bible, hope was mentioned 500 times. Tapos, read ako ng Hebrews, ganyan. Faith, yun, strengthen your faith muscles. Kasi pag meron kayong natutunugan, you know, it's an intuitive instinct in you. Minsan nga, sabi ko sa asawa ko, before I slept last night, sabi ko, narinig ko yung, you know, my gut feel told me that may binibenta kasing property noon. Sabi ko, before the end of August, ayos na yun. Nangyari nga. Basta maraming mga ganyan. Maririnig nyo lang yun. It cannot be explained. It cannot be explained, but you can hear it. Minsan feeling, parang, feeling ko I will take off now. Ganun. Feeling ko yun. Minsan naman, may kutob ako sa taong yan. So pag may kutob kayo, investigate. Because yung intuition is a gift. It is a gift to make our lives better and for us to navigate not only our workplaces, but our own lives. Kasi nga, God is a generous God and you need to believe in that. We were brought on earth, equipped. Yun lang, we need to develop the giftings, which intuition is one of those gifts. Kaya nga may second brain, lahat ng tao may gut, di ba? Because lahat ng tao may intuition. Kasi lahat ng tao may gut, and the gut is our second brain. Yun. So now let's go to living the law of intuition. The law of intuition depends on much more than the facts. It is fact plus instinct plus conditions. Who are you determines what you see. Who are you thou determines what you see. I beg to disagree. When it comes to intuition, you see beyond yourself. Oo. When it comes to intuition, you see different things. Kung ano nakikita mo, yun. Kasi you go beyond reason. Intuition goes beyond reason and beyond logic. Kaya nga, when you make decisions, ulitin ko, tingnan nyo muna yung lahat ng logical, lahat yun muna, lahat ng reason. But before you even implement something, upuan nyo yan, tulugan nyo, and you listen to yourself, to your gut, most likely. Kasi may mga biases tayo. On the normal plane, we already have biases. So we need to listen to the more objective persona in us, which is our gut. Yun. So there are 3 levels of leadership intuition, page 20. Those are those who naturally understand leadership. Number 2, those who can be nurtured to understand leadership. Number 3, those who will never understand leadership. So 3 levels of leadership intuition. Number 1, again, those who naturally understand leadership. Number 2, those who can be nurtured to understand leadership, and those who will never understand leadership. So you as leaders, if you are, so if you, syempre, you know, every time a person joins your team, dapat nasa isip nyo yun, na ititrain nyo siya for leadership, because a great leader always leaves a legacy. And we push each other up. So the more you train that everyone for leadership, you will be going up the ladder as well. Ganon. Because we push each other up. So the moment a person enters your organization, you always have it in mind that you are preparing this person to a leadership position. Not now, maybe, but maybe, 5 years. And so leadership training kaagad, but hindi nila alam yon. So syempre, skills muna, the basic skills. So lahat yun ganyan. Because every company must be geared towards expansion. We are not called for stagnation. We are called for growth. So lahat ng team, lahat ng isip ng mga teammates in the office or in the workplace is for expansion lagi. Kami ni Ella, and kahit yung mga partners ko sa Brazil, and ganon. Minsan hindi ko, I lock my office when mabuti na lang yung asawa ko, very open siya sa ganitong mga usapin, na hindi niya iniisip na delusional kami, ganyan. Pag nagbe-brainstorm, okay, this year, 10,000 ha, sa susunod na year, doble, ganon. Tapos, ang pinakamataas na goal is to change the leaders of the world. Yun. Change the leaders of the world. Lahat yan. Across the board. Yun. Religious leaders, ang dami ding mawalisin dyan. So, ang purpose natin dito is not just, well, of course, sarili muna natin, sarili. Pero, the grander version of our company's vision is to change. Alisin lahat yung mga leaders na hindi tama yung ginagawa. Kasi you cannot teach old dogs new tricks. Kaya maganda yun na yung mga owners of companies pinapasa na sa mga anak. Alam niyo yung SM, yung SM, kung nung matandang si ang nagmamanage dyan, naku, weekly, ang ang mga labor problems, mga boycott and all. Pero nung pinasa na niya sa mga anak niya, the second generation of Cs, smooth sailing na sila. It is during the second generation of Henry C, ni Henry C, na nag-expand sila exponentially. Nagkaroon na sila ng Banco de Oro, meron na silang SM ACA, and parang na sila, they've mushroomed around the world. Yung Banco de Oro nila is internationally operational now. So, it's good. Maganda na nakita ng matandaan na yon. So, magandang palakad ng second generation. So, tingnan, abangan natin yung third generation of Henry C. By the way, Henry C. died na ang rank niya was number 80, most richest redundancy yun, no? Number 80 richest person in the world. Yun. Kami, ang goal nitong school na to is to change all the leaders. Wala nang matandang leaders. Sorry for talaga matatanda, iba yung palakad. Hindi na. They don't see, ano na sila, anachronistic. Yun yung tawag. They're out of, na sila, out of touch to reality. Maganda yung young blood. Yun. So, pag yung mga tao na ganyan, hindi nila kayang sabayan yung vision ninyo, yung vision ng company ninyo, then yung tao na yon hindi sila para sa inyo. Maghanap kayo ng tao who can run along with you. So, kung sino yung leader, yun ang member. Kaya pag mga dito, kahit dito, may mga maliliit na grupo dito. Pag ini-invite kang mag-attend, ako, hindi lang, hindi obvious, no? Ganito rin ang gawin nyo. Pag kunyari may nag-attend, people invite you for things, so that they can earn from you. Pagpasok nyo pa lang ng pinto, you sweep your eyes. Pag yung intuition ninyo, medyo on a higher level na, mafe-feel ninyo kung sino yung mga followers niya. Pag nafe-feel na ninyo, yung intuition ninyo, parang, followers nito, mga tanga naman. Parang ganon. Kasi may mga speakers na tanga talaga yung followers nila. Pag ganon, ito yung mga tao hindi nag-iisip. Hindi siya kinu-question sa mga sinasabi niya. Ito yung mga taong hindi tumitingin ng mga additional information, mga ganyan. So ayoko. I don't want to waste my time. Nangyayari yan between me and my husband. Oo. Attend tayo dun sa ganyan. Sige. So pag nandun na, wala ka na magawa. So, palati ako may dalang libro. Ako, sige, kung gusto mo umattend dyan, attend ka dyan. Pero ako ayoko makinig dyan. I'll stay at the lobby. Magbabasa ako ng libro, o magne-networking na lang ako, o may, use my resources more productively. Ganun yun. So, ganun din kayo sa mga tao. Dapat may intuition talaga, malakas. Kasi pag wala kayong malakas na intuition, sometimes you waste your time. You waste your time training people who are not for you because you cannot read people. Sa interview pa lang, alam nyo na. Hingan nyo kaagad. Life statement, vision statement. If yung vision statement, yung isang bolero yung iba. Ganon. So tingnan nyo na para hindi na tayo hindi na magbola, hindi magsayang. Kasi when we train people in the company, yung company is also, and you, mga because you represent the company, mga executives of the company, you also share your time and effort. You spend your time and effort. So ang hirap nun, di ba? Ang hirap nun. You spend your time and effort, tapos aalis lang sila after 1 month. So wag na lang muna yun na nga, tama si Cheska, wag mo na munang i-train, yun lang munang basic. Diba? Pero hindi kayo malulusutan yan. You will not even dare to employ them if you are very astute. Yung matas na yung level ng intuition ninyo. Alam nyo na hindi sila para sa inyo. Ganon. Minsan babayaran nyo sila ng 1 month. Sayang naman yung 1 month na fee. Di ba? 1 month, they cannot yet deliver. Parang you're training them, you're paying them for their training. Sayang yung company resource. Di ba? Okay. So, now, let's go to develop intuition by developing your thinking. So, research the project first, tapos render the plan, and rehearse the play. Ito kasi na sinasabi nila, this is the lowest kind of intuition. Because the highest kind of intuition is, ito yung first step. Research ka muna. And then, i-render mo yung plan, yung blueprint. And then, you research the play. Research ninyo yung strategies on how you'd be able to play up the plan and reach success. Yun. This is what this chapter is saying. But the highest level of intuition is, after you've rendered all this, yun yung sinasabi ko, you plan. Because there will be a lot of things that you will be seeing. that you did not write in your plan. By developing your gut feeling. Pati na yung mga tao na ilalagay ninyo, pati na lahat, magkano yung resources, ano mangyayari pag ganito, your gut will supplement your physical plan. Yun. Now, leading others to the law of intuition. Listen for the following that indicates an opportunity to teach this law. Okay, I know in my gut that I need to. I get a hunch, but how do I know? All right, these are open-ended sentences, and I'd like to hear people who will give me, ano to, instant to ha, kung impulse answers. Yung impulse answers are actually the most valid. Okay. Finish this sentence, please. I know in my gut I need to. Rowena. Parati na lang si Rowena, no? Okay.
I, I know in my gut I need to seize the opportunity.
All right. Alam mo na yung specific opportunity. Thank you. Sino pa ba yung hindi ko pala okay. NKS o Arman. I know in my gut that I need to. Boom. Bilis. Oh, nag-iisip pa. Okay. I know in my gut that I
I'm
need.
sorry, come again.
I know in my gut that I need to.
I know. Medyo choppy, ma'am. I know in
My gut that I need to. Ano yung sinasabi ng kutob mo ngayon? Anong kinukutob mo? Yun yun. I know in my gut that I need to what? Boom.
I know my God that I need to be more focused with Him spiritually.
All right. Because, salamat at natagpuan mo yung ganyang answer. You know what? The highest intelligence is spiritual intelligence. Salamat. Okay. So, ang susunod, I get a hunch. But how do I know that? Riza. I get a hunch. But how do I know how? May kutob ka ba ngayon, Riza? Kasi lahat ng tao may kutob eh. Riza, anong kutob mo ngayon? I get a hunch that, sabi dito, I get a hunch, but how do I know that? Ano yung kutob mo? Pero paano mo malalaman kung you finish the sentence? Please, Riza.
Ano?
Riza? Ella, please. I get a hunch, but how do I know that? May kutob ako. Pero paano ko malalaman kung you finish that sentence?
I get a hunch that I need to work more on my developing my skills.
And how do I know that? Yun yung, I get a hunch, but how do I know that?
I get a hunch, but how do I know that I need to what do you call this? To believe in each and every one's what do you call this? Yung hindi siya kasi ang ano ko ma'am ngayon is trustworthy ako eh. So kailangan kong i-work on yun because most of the time yung super trusting ko sa tao, sometimes I fail as a leader. So yun yung work in progress ko.
Napag-usapan na natin yun at alam na natin.
Yes, alam mo yan.
Actually, Ella, ito, yung intuition goes with age. Kasi nga, it's a skill and it's a spiritual skill. So,
yes po.
Diba? Okay, napag-usapan na natin to. But,
yes po.
Okay. Usapan na natin to. Malalaman nyo pag mataas yung intuition nyo, basta naririnig nyo yun. Kaya ko na-develop tong intuition ko with people dahil pareho kami ni Ella when I was starting, yung una kong business yung sinishare ko sa inyo, may mga tao rin na nanloko sa akin. Pero alam nyo, pag niloloko kayo, masakit man aminin. Kasi you attract who you are. So ang unang tatanungin nyo, manloloko ba ako? Bakit ko na-attract tong mga manlolokong tao? Ang revelation sa akin, masakit man sabihin, pero totoo. Ang unang nasabi ko, ang unang sagot, sa akin, hindi ka magnanakaw. Hindi honest ka in terms of money. Pero meron kang kasinungalingan sa katawan mo. Oh, sakit, no? Meron kang kasinungalingan, hindi ka rin honest sa sarili mo. Kaya nakakapag-attract ka ng tao na hindi honest. Masakit. Minsan, pag pinalo tayo, no? Kasi malaking nakuha sa akin.
Same here, ma'am.
Diba? Napag-usapan na natin to. So, in your own life, ganun din yun. Minsan, honest naman ako sa pera. Mataas nga ako magpasahod eh. Very generous nga ako. Bakit niloko pa ako? Okay, kasi may kasinungalingan ka rin sa katawan mo. Eh, di ba ang kasinungalingan, dishonesty din yun. In whatever degree, aray, sakit. Oo. Pero tawanan na
Yes
lang
po.
natin. Lahat naman tayo
Mm-mm.
nagsisinungaling eh. Pero, yung pagsisinungaling, nag-a-attract din kasi yun ng negative vibes. Nag-a-attract yun ng negative vibes. So, yun, masakit nga eh. Kaya if there's something wrong that happens, tanungin niyo yung gut feel niyo. Sasabihin sa inyo yung totoo. Ba't ako tinarantado niyang empleyado niya, bait-bait ko sa kanya. Oh yeah, may kwento ako. Meron yung may-ari dati ng Broadway Centrum, buhay pa ba yun? Yung family na yan, yata 12 yung kanyang katulong sa bahay. Tapos meron siyang 6 na drivers. So nagkukwento siya, sabi niya, gulo-gulo ng staff ko sa bahay ko. Yung driver ko, hinabol yung isang driver ng kutsilyo. Eh, syempre buong compound niya yun. Tsaka gulo-gulo. Tapos sabi niya, nung tinanong ko yung sarili ko, ba't nangyayari to? Ang sabi sa akin, dahil magulo yung puso ko. Kaya magulo din yung aking surroundings. Sabi niya, kasi lahat na nangyayari sa kapaligiran natin, it emanates from us. Pag magulo yung utak, magulo yung puso, kasi meron nga tayong energy field. Lalo na pag leader ka, ang lakas ng impact ng energy mo in the workplace, in your house. So, yun. Mahabang usapin to. Pero I hope that you were able to grasp a little bit of this one. Pwede na, yung foundational, pwede nang i-develop. Ngayon, highly recommended book kay Wayne Dyer. Si Wayne Dyer, ang lakas ng intuition ng tao to. At saka yung The Greatest Salesman of the World. Si Wayne Dyer, yun din yung kanyang binabasa. At saka Bob Proctor, yung namatay na Bob Proctor, he started as a janitor. He died as a multi-billionaire. Ang kanyang unang basic book na binasa, The Greatest Salesman of the World. Tama ba yun? The Greatest Salesman on Earth? Basta yun. Si Wayne Dyer is one of those. Ang lakas din ng intuition nito. Sabi niya, if prayer is us talking to God, intuition is when God talks to us, to you. Yung intuition mo, yun yung voice of God, and that's the voice of reason. That's why spirituality is the highest intelligence. Okay. Some people, number 20 pa rin tayo. Some people believe you have to be in the right place at the right time. Almost every time a leader is in the right place at the right time, other people are in the same place at the same time. So the difference is intuition, which is being in the right place at the right time with the right awareness. Yun. So intuition is, the difference is intuition, which is being in the right place at the right time with the right awareness. Tatlo. You have to be in the, kasi nga naman, if you are aware of your inner voice, then you will always position yourself in the right place with the right people, people with the right mind and the right heart, with the right preparation, with the right vision and purpose in life. So everything must be in alignment. Uulitin ko, if prayer is God talking, if prayer is God talking to you, intuition is when God talks, intuition is when God talks inside of us. Yun? It's God talking through us. Yun yung intuition. When it's God talking through us. May kutob, mga sales dito, di ba? Parang, parang kailangan ko pang gumawa ng ganito para makuha ko tong sale na to. Yun yung kutob. Parang, ngayon, parang alam ko, nandyan na yung cheque. Nandyan na, for collection na lang. Ganon. Minsan, di ba, mga leaders, parang mukhang may gagawang kalokohan tong taong to. Yung ganon. O, huwag niyo ipagkalat pag intuition pa lang. Pero, matyagan nyo. Tyagan nyo. So, importante intuition. Yeah. Okay? So, let's go to page 21. Now, tapos na tayo doon sa intuition. One feedback lang. Ano yung takeaway ninyo dito sa law of intuition? Let's hear from, sino pa ba? Project member. Pangalawang tawag mo pa lang to, project member. Ano mo name mo? Lando, no? Lando, hello! Already nyo na pag tinawag kayo. Ano yung takeaway nyo dito sa intuition? Mark, anong takeaway mo dito sa chapter na to, Mark? Mark? Yes, Mark.
Hello.
Yes. May echo ka, Mark.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my takeaway here is we have a natural ability to read situations or make decisions quickly, but sometimes we often trust our instincts.
Yeah, meron ka nun, Russell? Or anong level na ang intuitive instinct mo? Kasi we grow also. Intuition kasi, this gift also grows. Anong level ng intuitive instinct mo?
Sometimes, ma'am, sometimes Angela, like 7 or 8.
7 or 8 na yung intuition mo. Ilang years ka ng leader?
Since 5 years.
5 years. So meron ka na nun. But you started developing your intuition at what age? May mga tao na kahit nung high school pa lang may ganito na or elementary pa lang. At what age did you feel that yung kutob mo nagkakatama? Yung nagkakatotoo, yun, nagkakatotoo.
Siguro mga 2012 when I started in automobile industry.
Anong first job mo?
First job ko, ma'am, Angela, is technology consultant, but
Kaya.
na-hire ako sa energy world in Toyota. So
Kaya.
doon ako nag-start.
Kaya, mga ganyang work most likely would entail you to develop your intuition. Tama. Okay, thank you, Russell, for sharing. Now let's go to the law of magnetism, page 21. Yung supplemental pointers, we have them here. We have them on our WhatsApp. So the law of magnetism. Number one, sabi dito, every leader has a measure of magnetism. Lahat ng leader. Number two, magnetism may impact others. Magnetism kasi ito yung law of magnetism, but this is attached to charisma. We magnetize people through our charisma. Number three, magnetism is good or bad. It depends on what the leader magnetizes. So maraming aspeto. There are many different aspects to this, to the law of magnetism. So you magnetize who you are, you attract who you are, because magnets attract. So also, it's good or bad. So if there's something unclean inside of you, kasi yun yung na-attract natin. So if there's something unclean in you, or there's something negative, alisin yun. Because you magnetize who you are. Yun. Okay? So, while all leaders draw similar followers, secure leaders draw similar and complementary followers. Yun. While all leaders draw similar followers, secure leaders draw similar. Kapareha mo ng personality, but they will complement you in one way or another. Yun. Number five, a leader's magnetism isn't static. Yeah. Hindi siya static. It flows. Ito yung magnetism ng tao. Sino sa palagay ninyo yung, mga global leaders? Who do you think have, who do you think, pwede rin yung mga namatay na, who do you think possesses this highest level of magnetism? Sige, para hindi na kayo mag-isip ng malayo pa. Is it Mother or Saint Teresa or Princess Diana, the late Princess Diana? Yung magnetism ng dalawa, sinong pinakamalakas ang magnetism nila sa tao? Jessica.
Well, I would say Mother Teresa.
Okay.
Because she's one known globally to the point na I think she was what do you call that? Yung
na ano na siya, naging saint na siya.
Yeah, she became a saint, and all because she helped the poor in the streets of India. So, yun.
Thank you, Cheska. Yes. Hindi nyo ba maisip yung maliit na babae na nakachinelas can get an audience from very powerful people. Sobrang magnetism niya. Maliit na babae. Walang perfume yun. Mabaho siguro dahil streets of India, nakachinelas, maitim yung paa. Pero inaakbayan ng mga presidents, mga powerful people. And even when she died, she left a legacy. Yun yung tao na sobrang pero na-develop lang yun. Hindi Teresa yung name niya talaga, Agnes. And she was a fugitive from one of the European countries, I forgot. Pero tumira siya sa Romania. And she was smuggled by the Vatican using a Vatican passport to India. She's not Indian. Latvia yata or something. Basta European country. Grabe yung testimony niya. And she was canonized lately. Saint siya. Saint Teresa of Calcutta. Thank you for that answer. So these are the things that you need to develop. Now, let's go to the law of magnetism. So, ang sabi dito, every leader has a measure of magnetism. Tapos, review na lang to. Magnetism may impact others. Number 3, magnetism is good or bad because you magnetize who you are. So if what is inside of you is not good, then you will be magnetizing mga untoward situations. So it's good for leaders to be always clean inside. All right. Magnetism is good. Why? Okay, number 4, while all leaders draw similar followers, secure leaders draw similar and complementary followers. Cheska, ito bang mga taong to around you, do they complement you? Hello? Hello? Wala. Okay. Baka wala na. You might not be able to hear us. Number 5, a leader's magnetism isn't static. It's active. Okay. Now, what kind of leaders is drawn to you? Okay. Question. What kind of leaders or members are drawn to you? Sino, di ba minsan sabi mo, parating na lang ako, parating ganitong klaseng tao yung na-attract ko. Ganon. So, what kind of leader is drawn to you? Rodel, what kind of leader or what kind of people are drawn to you? May mga prototype yun eh. Bakit lang, ganyan. So, what kind of people do you attract?
Mostly are those people that are that needs something like my suggestion, or those people who needs my support, not only for but basically for their personal needs, or maybe personal attitude to improve or something like that, and also for their work also. They need suggestions and comments coming from me, since I'm also a senior officer. So I these people usually drones up to me, and they confide with me some of their cause or problems, and then I open up things to them. So I help them also.
All right. But everything is work related, right?
Yes po.
All right. Okay, good. Okay, problem solver ka. All right, problem solver. Now, okay, ngayon, we have to go to the law of magnetism in our workbook. Page 21. The law of magnetism, who you are is who you attract, sabi na nga, okay? Now, learning the law of magnetism. Number 1 is most organizations, groups, companies, and even departments attract individuals of similar age. Okay, that is generational. Okay, you attract people of, sometimes age is not only biological but mental. Sa naisipin niyo, may 65 years old na tita sa team niyo, pero yung kanyang mental age ay 35. So kaya ninyo siya na-attract because of yung mental age, not the biological age. But sometimes you attract people of your age. Number 2, background. If you share the same personal, educational, career background, you tend to attract each other. Why? Because there is already an empathy. Now, the personal circumstances and experiences that help to shape someone's life. For example, ethnic, social, upbringing, education, and work and experience, sabi dito. All right, number 3 is attitude. The way a person views something or tends to behave towards it. Okay, so these are some. Tatlo lang to nandito, but you already know, madami pang aspects to this one. There is still a lot of there are a lot of situations, aspects that can that you can apply in this law of magnetism. Pero sa akin talaga, sa akin, these are superficial. Yung age, yung ganito, ganyan. Ang pinaka malakas na nakakapag-attract yung kung sino tayo talaga. Yung kabuuhan ng ating sarili. Yun. Kaya pag mataas yung ating consciousness, mataas yung spirituality ng tao, mas mahaba, mas maganda yung quality ng tao na na-attract niya. may yung mga leaders, syempre they're not preachers, so they don't talk about their spiritual journey. But most of the very successful leaders are those who inculcate and cultivate, number one, yung spiritual, cultivate their spiritual man. Number two, of course, intellectual development. Intellectual, kasi nga sabi ko, triune being tayo. So these three must be cultivated to excellence, if not for perfection. So that we can add value to ourselves first. Kasi pag maganda yung puso ng tao, minsan things just open up. Maganda rin nagiging resulta ng, katulad nga nitong Donya na nandyan, taga Quezon City. Mayroon siyang yate. Ewan ko kung buhay pa siya. Pero ang ganda-ganda niyang babae. Siguro servants niya, may servants quarter siya, mga 16. May driver siya na 6. Meron pa siyang isang bungalow house para lang sa mga helpers niya. Pero yun yung realization niya, ang gulo-gulo ng aking mga staff sa bahay. Tapos nung nag-introspect siya, pinakita sa kanya. Dahil yung puso niya magulo. Yun. So if we want peace, ang definition kasi ng peace, it is defined as nothing missing, nothing lacking, nothing broken. Yun ang peace. Pag merong lacking, merong may broken sa ating loob, or may kulang, something missing, wala tayong peace. Yun. So, ang nangyayari, minsan peaceful naman, walang awayan, pero hindi nag-grow ang organization. Pag hindi kasi nag-grow yung isang organization, ibig sabihin nun, kasi ang stagnation, ang ibig sabihin ng stagnation is near death. So, kailangan may growth. Yung think tank ng company, kailangan parating iisipin growth. Growth internally and expansion. Pag nag-umpisa nang mag-isip ng expansion, ang susunod na iisipin, people empowerment, tapos multiplication. Pagkatapos ng multiplication, ito na yung tinatawag na parang multiplication by explosion. And it go by stages. So ang desire ninyo lagi is growth to yourself. Pag ganito yung inyong estado ng pag-iisip, you will be magnetizing people who are also growth-oriented and self-driven. Yun, with skills, with passion. And pag eagle yung leader, magiging eagle din yung lahat ng followers. Because everything starts and ends in leadership. Yun. So, now, how do you live the law of magnetism? So, before going any farther, make a list of qualities that you are looking for in people you bring around yourself. Now, determine if you possess those qualities. So, take them now to establish or review your personal mission statement. Nagsulat na ba kayo ng inyong personal? Okay, personal, hindi about the company. It's importante that you know yourself. What is your personal mission statement? You have to answer, what am I about? What am I about? Because yung ating work, yung ating mga service in church, yung work kasi is also a service. It is a calling. It's a vocation. Oo. So we're not just working for money talaga. We're really working for a calling. You're called to be an engineer. And at this point in time, you're called to be in that company. So what is your personal? Ikaw, anong personal mission mo? Sino ka ba? Sino ako? Who am I? These are basic questions that people cannot even answer themselves. Mga nung hindi pa ako nagpo-full blast dito sa leadership, nag-vlog ako ng ganito about, life's purpose sa LinkedIn. Alam nyo, yung may matatanda na nag-ano sa akin, nag-PPM. May mga 70 years old, 65, may 55. And mga ano yun, they were very successful business people. Ang gist, summary ng lahat ng sinasabi nila. Sabi nila, it's a pity at this age, with all the millions that I've earned, I don't even know who I am. And I don't even know what am I about. These are cliche-ish, but most of the people go through the motions of life without knowing this. Why is this important in the law of magnetism? Because your awareness of who you are will determine the people that you magnetize into your life. Diba minsan, mo, nanliligaw to sa akin, o kahapon sinabi ko na to, nanliligaw to sa akin, or nung nililigawan ko to, bait-bait. Ngayon, bruha pala. O, bakit? Don't blame your wife. Blame yourself. Baka meron ka ding pagkabruho sa loob mo na hindi mo rin pinakita. Kaya pag when people gossip other people, minsan, you better keep your mouth shut. Because that measure that you used to measure other people will be used to measure on you. Kasi kung ano nakikita mo, yun ka eh. Masakit. Pero totoo yun. That's why you have to know, sino ka ba talaga? Who am I? And what am I about? Kailangan malaman natin yung sagot niyan. At malinaw. Hindi lang, kasi pag ganito yun, if you work in that company and you don't know your main purpose in life, gusto mo lang kumita ng pera, yun ang pinakamababaw. That's the shallowest way to live. Because we don't live by bread alone, diba? But we live also based on the calling and the mission that we have here on earth. Basta kung dinala tayo ng God sa isang lugar, kailangan ang ating parating iisipin is to add value. Add value, add value. Yun, add value. We don't do it for, we don't do anything, with masama na loob, mga ganon na intrigue. Basta, make everything harmonious. Everything. Kaya nga, kailangan kahapon, di ba, positive lang nakikita niyo sa mga tao. Positive din nakikita niyo sa sarili niyo. Pero at the same time, an awareness that you need to develop something, but focus on your strengths. Yon. So next, vision statement. Okay? Nasa 22 na. Isusulat mo to, vision statement mo. What will I do next? In 1 year? In 5 years? Pang sarili to, pang sarili. Okay? Vision statement mo for yourself. Okay, next, core values. What do I believe? Mga core values mo sa buhay. Alam nyo, totoo ito, we all need money. We want money. We don't, we cannot live without money. Right? Totoo yun. At alam naman ng Diyos yun. But He provides. Promise naman niya yun. Pero, let's not worry about money. Let's think about our core values. What are these values that you stand for? Isulat nyo yun. Kailangan din yun. Because life is not easy, right? Life is not easy. So some people give up in the middle of the road. No, don't. What? Don't give up. If you have very strong core values, then you will get by. Not only, not crawling, but flying. Sometimes not flying, but soaring. Okay. Dapat meron kayong social contract. How will I act and who will I be accountable to? May social contract. So pag natapos nyo na yon, kayo na nag-attend, you can meet, among yourselves. Or pwede naman akong pag free ako, I can moderate. Gawin natin to. Kasi kailangan. Tapos may social contract kayo. Parang alam ng team ninyo kung ano yung personal vision ninyo para, magkakaroon kayo ng accountability partner. Gawin yung account, pero kayong mga, mga leaders, kayo maging wag niyong gawin yung mga teammates ninyo, yung these people who you are leading to be your accountability partners. Yung kayo na nasa executive or leadership, maybe you can have another huddle or monthly meeting para, may mga accountability partners kayo na magsasabi sa inyo na, okay, parang nawawala ka dun sa vision mo. Yung ganon. Parang nawawala ka dun sa core values mo. Bakit mo nagawa yun? Because it is needed. We are all human beings. We need to be reminded. Okay? Tapos, now you have to internalize your mission and vision statements as well as your core values and social contract. Yung social contract ninyo. Ipaalam ninyo kung ano tong mga vision statement ninyo, yung mga core values ninyo. Kaya may social contract para malaman kung if you're following what you've written about your vision, your mission, dapat meron din kayong corporate. So, after you've done this personal, dapat meron din kayong corporate vision. I'm sure you already have it too. So, meron din kayong another huddle. Kasama to dun sa inyong mga think tanks na vision statement mo vis-a-vis the vision statement of the company. For example, ikaw, after 5 years, you project yourself to be, kung manager ka ngayon, sabi mo, after 5 years, dapat vice president ako for finance or vice president ako for, let's say, HR or vice president na dapat ako ni Cheska ng ganito, di ba? So, and Cheska naman, dapat maging after 5 years, dapat president na ako, or dapat, basta pa higher na position. Ngayon, compare nyo yun among yourselves. Did we reach the goal? How can we reach this goal? How can we do it? Yun nga, think tank. So, dapat meron yun. And dapat klaro. Dapat klaro. At nakikita ng lahat ng tao na may direction nga. At may ginagawa for everybody's growth. Diba? May self-fulfillment ba? Kasi, alam nyo na, Maslow's, di ba? Kay Maslow. So self-fulfillment is the utmost consideration. Of course, second is financial remuneration. Yon. Number 3. Okay, so you live up to them and look for people who are in harmony with you. Yun. The reason why you have to know yourself, know your vision, ganun. Tapos, i-translate nyo yon doon sa ginagawa ninyo sa office. Kaya para, alam mo yon, yung vision mo is in parallel with the company's vision for you. Huwag nyo nang itago yung mga, alam mo, tayo pahambol-hambol eh. Isabihin nyo na, yung aking goal, after 5 years, Vice President for Marketing na ako. After 10 years, gusto ko ito na yung sweldo ko. So ngayon, tatanungin naman tayo ng mga nakakataas sa atin. So how can we achieve that goal? Hindi naman masama magsabi ng totoo. Lahat naman tayo may mga desires eh. No? Career world kasi iba to. Yung career world is different from yung religious leadership is different from career leadership eh. Basically pareho pero may pagkakaiba sa ibang aspeto. Okay. Now, find people who believe in what you believe but think different thoughts. Yon. Para now, leading others to the law of magnetism. When you hear any statement concerning a leader's staff, especially in a negative connotation, it's always a great opportunity to edify a client who has a great staff. Yon. When you hear a leader talk about the staff they wish they had. pag meron pa kayong mga ganyan, yung, oh, I wish pa, yung I wish ganito yung magiging staff ko, I wish ganito yung staff ko. Meron pa kayong skill as a leader na hindi na di-develop. Kaya hindi kayo nakakakuha pa rin ng best employees or best partners. Kasi meron pa. Minsan masakit pag sinasabi sa atin eh. Minsan pa, sabihin ko, ba't naman napakabobo ng mga tao nag-a-apply? Sabihin na, tapos ito yon mga siguro mga 14 years ago. No? Bobo naman itong mga tao na kukuha ko. Parang hindi sila para sa akin. Alam mo yun? Minsan tayo, mahangin. Tapos, when you meditate, sasabihin yan, yung the truth about you is, sasabihin sa'yo, oh yeah, oo, you have a lot of head knowledge that yet to be applied. You're not yet wise. Kaya yan, klaseng mga tao yung na-attract mo. Okay, masakit. That's why it's good, masakit. Pero, alam nyo na, dahil Kristiyano tayo, may hope. You know, we always have hope. Tayong mga leaders, alam nyo, we must be Pied Pipers of hope. We must be dispensers of hope. Pero una, paano naman tayo? How can we dispense hope if we don't have hope? But you know, it's good that we have hope talaga naman, because there are a lot of promises, you know, that we are bound to change, that we are given all this giftedness for us to grow. We are given all this giftedness. Maraming hope na pwede nating i-inject sa ating consciousness. Tapos dapat hindi lang tayo reservoir. Kasi ang reservoir of hope, yung reservoir kasi umiikot lang yung tubig dyan sa loob ng dam. Pero pag naging river of hope ka, yung hope mo is overflowing and contagious to the people around you. So now, if you magnetize people, there is one condition. You cannot magnetize people if you cannot connect with them. Kita nyo yung first day natin, walang connection. Totoo lang, parang, ay nako, sa lahat yata ng pinag-seminaran ko, yan yung hindi ako nakapag-connect. So, nang gabi na yon, tanongin yung husband ko, di ako natulog. Ay, natulog ng konti. Ni-review ko yung YouTube. Sabi ko, walang connection. Sabi ko, mali. Sabi ko, mali. So, nag-isip ako, hindi ko kayo masyado kilala kasi. So, hindi ako nakapag-connect. Tapos sabi ko, mali yung ginawa ko. Ano ang kailangan gawin? So, yun. So, ngayon, pakiramdam ko, nagka-connect, may connection na tayo kahit na virtual lang to. Parang naiintindihan ko na kung nasaan kayo at anong pinanghuhugutan ninyo. Yun. So kasi kailangan, para ma-magnetize natin yung mga tao, kailangan natin na mag-connect muna sa kanila. Kaya meron tayong isang course na entitled People Communicate, Few Connect. Kasi pwede tayong, we want to communicate, but we are not connecting with people. Lahat ng tao kailangan connect. Minsan nga, may mga tao, no, hindi man kagaling-galingan, pero ang galing connect. Kasi once you connect with people, you're not only communicating to them intellectually, you start communicating to them on a gut level. Ngayon, hindi na ako nahihiya, sinasabi ko, mali ko, yung sinasabi sa akin ng mga gut ko, na kasi may konting, kasi liar ka. May pagkakasinungalingan ka. Kaya nakakapag-attract ka din ng mga ganyan tao. O, di ba? So, yun. Ibig sabihin, hindi na ako nahihiyang mag-open up kung sino ako before, kung ano man yung mga kahinaan ko, na i-connect ko na sa inyo. Kaya meron na tayong konting connection. Pero ang maganda doon natuto na tayo. Hindi man perfect, pero mga 90% natuto na tayo, di ba? So ngayon, let's go to the law of connection on page 23. 10 minutes lang. Okay. So the law of connection. Questions every leader must answer. Am I getting beyond myself? Kasi hindi ka man pwede maging you can't be a leader if you're mediocre. Ito yun. If you're mediocre, you cannot be a leader. So are you getting beyond yourself? So the best way to be a leader is to get beyond yourself. Number 2, are you growing beyond yourself? Not that you want to compete with your members, but as a leader, it is your responsibility to grow beyond yourself, because you cannot give out what you do not have. So the more you have, the more that you can pour in. In fact, a leader must be overflowing in the things that he needs or she needs. Dapat overflow, because service, again, working in an office, working in a career is a service, because it is your calling. It's a service. So you cannot serve, because what is service? It's giving, right? So if you're a pitcher and your pitcher is overflowing, then you don't need any effort. Kasi overflowing nga eh. Nagfo-flow lang yun. Para siyang river. It's overflowing. So it's flowing and flowing and flowing. Don't allow your river to dry up. Because once it's dried up, what can you give? So you need to grow beyond yourself. Ibig sabihin, you must overflow of the things and the values and the skills that you need for your career. And of course, personal life with it. Number 4, are you going beyond yourself? Beyond. So this is one thing that, these are the 4 things that are required of leaders. Leadership is not easy, but the good news is it is doable. So connecting with people isn't complicated, but entails a lot of effort. When you move your people with emotion first, they move willingly to take action. Dapat yun nga eh, you need to distinguish and determine the difference between persuasion and there's what you call nakalimutan ko yung word, but I will retrieve the word. Nandyan lang yan. It's a stock knowledge. So when you move your people with emotion first, they are willing to take action. Kaya dapat, alam niyo yung may sense of humor, nagpapatawa, masaya, ganon, jolly, may effect yun sa emotional aspect ng tao. Masaya, ganon. That's why nga, magagaling na leaders, they're Pied Pipers of hope, they're dispensers of hope, because people are attached to them. Yung maa-attach sa yung tao emotionally, if you make them feel positively. Yun. Number 2, when you give first, your people will give in return. What goes around comes around. Hindi yung cliche, it's true. Number 3, when you connect with individuals, soon you will get the attention of the crowd. Yun. Kita niyo yung mga tao, they're not connecting with everybody, pero tumitingin talaga sila sa mata. Because yung eye-to-eye contact is a way of connecting with people. Number 4, merong isang Filipino before in one of the seminars, sabi niya, I'm not going to mention sino yung president na yun. Ayoko yung president na yan. Binigyan niya ako ng audience, pero yung mata niya, I was telling her about, I was presenting my project to her. Yung mata niya, nagganyan-ganyan lang. She was not even connecting with me. Ganon, sabi niya, I don't like her, she's a hypocrite. Ganon. So, yun, eye-to-eye contact is very important because it's the very basic way, of connecting with people. So now let's go to page 23. Okay. So it's a law number 10, which is the law of connection. The heart comes first. You must connect on an emotional level. Now, okay. Next, learning the law of connection. Connect with yourself first. Diba parati, no? Every chapter, sabi yourself, yourself, yourself first. Because you need to work on yourself first. So connect with yourself first. Kevin Hall, author of Aspire, mentioned about the 4 belief statements. Number 1, you as a leader must believe that you are worthy. Number 2, you must believe that you are capable. Number 4, you must trust yourself. Now, how do you live the law of connection? Number 1, we have to touch a heart before we have to ask for a hand. Touch the heart. Emotional level kasi mas mabilis, it's easier to connect with people by touching on their emotions. And there's no better way to touch a person's emotion but by touching their heart. And then we ask for favor. So we have to touch their heart before we ask them to do something. That's why, in some offices, may pa-donut-donut, may pa-pizza-pizza, minsan may celebration of monthly birthdays, kasi that's one way of connecting with people. In South Korea, meron silang Friday Chimek, tawag nila. In mga 2 of the companies na ni-train ko, ano yun, tawag doon nesting. Parang 4 months ka with them. Tapos, titingnan mo kung how they operate, magbibigyan ng feedback. So in Korea, meron silang budget. Their company has a budget every Friday. Ang tawag doon, Chimek Day. Ang Chimek, chicken. Mekju means beer. So, pumupunta sila, yung mga staff, nagiinuman. Kasama din ako. Sarap nung kanilang fried chicken ang beer eh. So, yung magiinuman. Tapos after that, after ng inuman, every Friday yon. After ng inuman, they go to the Noribang. Noribang nila, Nori means sing, bang is room. So, yun, nagkanta-kanta, nagsasayaw-sayawan doon. Yun, kasama yung kanilang mga boss, and, minsan sumasama din yung may-ari, ganyan, kasi SMEs yung aking ginagay. Yung nakikita ko, ba talaga may alcohol culture sa Korea, and they're using their alcohol culture on team building. Yun ang ginagawa nila, team building nila through that. Magandang nagiging samahan, yung parang everybody participates in the singing, parang friends lang. But one thing good with these South Koreans is that they know how to separate their personal relationships with their office, with their office tasks. Nakakatawa yun. Kasi during the Friday nights, you will see them parang magkakaibigan lang. Parang kaibigan lang yung may-ari and the executives, kasama na lahat ng staff. Pag Monday na, they go back to work, tahimik na lahat. Walang kaibigan na. Ganun. Parang yun ang aking napansin ha. Parang, ang gugulo nito nung Friday, ngayon, formal na naman. And parang ganun at ganun. Sabi ko, ang galing naman nila. Kasi walang umaabuso porque, nung Friday, sumuka ka sa lap ni ganito, yung boss mo. At yung boss mo, okay lang sa kanya na sinukahan mo yung t-shirt niya. Ganon. Pero pagdating sa trabaho, walang ganunan. Talagang seryoso sila. So, yun naman yung kagandahan yung nakita kong, and that's one way of connecting. Mga ganon. So, yun naman, may mga activities, na mga ganyan. So, para, to live the law of connection. So, yun. You have to touch their heart before asking them for a hand. Number 2, the first heart we have to touch is our own heart. Number 3, we cannot lead others to places we've never been to ourselves. So how can we lead them to a peaceful environment if we have not even experienced peace? How can we lead them to other places, other situations, solving their problems if we don't even know how to solve our problems. So it again boils down to self. Now, know your giftedness. Giftedness is purpose, and this is God-given DNA. This is a God-given DNA. List your greatest successes. Dapat alam mo yun. Alam mo, parang balloon tayo eh. Pag in a workshop, we do this. Blowing the balloon. Literally blowing the balloon. And in that balloon, you have to write down yung mga successes ninyo, tapos yung mga disappointments and setback. And then, you have to find a commonality among yourselves. There's one exercise that we can do on a live retreat on leadership. So, ngayon, wala naman, isulat nyo. Homework ito. Nasa page 23. Dapat alam nyo yung great successes ninyo. And you must be able to learn how to pat your shoulders. Number 2, list your disappointments or setbacks and find commonality in each list. Okay, ang susunod, know your enthusiasm or your passion. What are the things you do or would do regardless of pay? What makes you laugh, sing, and cry? Number 6, live through your giftedness and enthusiasm. Dapat you have to live through your giftedness and enthusiasm. Dapat in that workplace that you are in, your giftedness must be developed vis-a-vis your enthusiasm. Once you reach a point when you are already stagnating, you're not growing, it's already a go signal that maybe you need to be moved to to another department where you can grow. And if the company cannot offer you any growth, there's a time to leave. Yon. Number 7, true success is living our purpose with passion through a plan. Kaya dapat, you must have your personal plan again vis-a-vis the company's plan. Dapat ano yan, dapat may congruity. There has to be a congruity between your personal plan and your career plan based on the plan of the office, the workplace that you are in. Now, how do we lead others to the law of connection? Number 1, you have to communicate with openness and sincerity. Again, ito, medyo, it's not because sabi open, no? Oh, hindi. Again, hindi ka naman counselor. You can help in some ways. But not in all ways. Pwede naman, you listen to the problem, but not during working hours. Kung ganyan, you have to, medyo go an extra mile. Pwedeng after office, you can talk about personal, yung mga problema sa asawa, problema sa anak, problema sa mother-in-law, sa father-in-law. Don't talk about that during the office hours. Kasi hindi kayo dyan binayaran para, maging counselor. Iba ang item ninyo. Hindi yan kasama. So, if you want to help someone in your office based on their personal problems, do it after office hours. Pero may limit din because you also have your priorities. Nanay ka, may tatay ka, may anak ka, or sometimes may personal improvement ka din. So you cannot all give, no? Number 2, know your audience. Yon. Number 3, live your message. Walk your talk. Ito yun. Kasi we cannot connect with people if we don't, walk our talk. You know why? This is connected to character. Walang prinsipyo yung tao. How can I follow? So they will not connect with you. Okay? All right, Jonathan. Number 4, go to where they are. Go to where they are. Number 5, focus on them and not on you. Okay. Number 6, believe in them. Number 7, other direction and hope. So when we offer sincere and genuine hope, we touch hearts. And when we touch hearts, we truly connect. So ito, may homework pa tayo dito. I leave this all to you. Now, tomorrow, we're going to start with law number 11, which is the law of the inner circle. Okay, yun yung start natin, the law of the inner circle. Okay, sorry for the overtime, but I hope that you were able to learn.